What has been your biggest trading mistake?
Not taking psychology as serious as I should have done. Equity Edge had that massive migration period, didn't they? Where we had people saying, oh, it's a scam, etc. and things like that.
But we have no control over the situation
definitely
sometimes. How many payouts have you had with us?
I think 3 or 4 payouts.
How much have you got in funding so far?
6 figures.
Oh, really? Oh, I love that. What sparked your interest to get into something as crazy as trading?
I think it's got to be the obvious answer. Money.
If you weren't trading, what would you be doing and why?
Probably full-time carpentry.
Obviously, if we're just purely trading, we have bills to pay. And sometimes the markets aren't going to be in our favour. I recommend having a job or another stream of income. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Trader Talk. Today, we are joined by one of our Equity Edge traders, Reece. So welcome.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
How are you?
Good, thank you. You?
I'm great, thank you.
Amazing.
So for everyone watching at home, do you want to just give a quick introduction into who you are, where you're from, and how you got into trading?
So basically, my name is Reece, I'm from Notts, and I'm 20 years old, and I've been trading for 2.5 years, just about. And I got into trading just by social media, basically, watching other people's content, etc.
Okay. What sparked your interest to get into something as crazy as trading?
I think it's got to be the obvious answer. Lifestyle. Money. It's got to be, hasn't it?
I love that, I love that. So you got into it like fresh 18?
Yeah, just about, yeah.
Okay, cool. You're so tall for an 18-year-old.
I'm 6'3".
I'm like taken aback at the fact that you're 20.
I don't look 20, do I?
No.
Everyone says that.
That's crazy.
I already think I would be if I didn't tell you I was 20.
Like 30.
It's a violation.
No, it's because you're so tall.
Well, okay, fair enough. I'll leave you with it.
But I mean, I'm short, so everyone's sort of me on there, so I mean, we won't go there. So what were you doing before trading?
So basically I had an apprenticeship. I was doing level 3 carpentry.
Okay.
And obviously it was long hours in a factory making furniture, etc. So
that sounds so boring.
It was very boring. Very, very boring.
So where did you go? Are you still doing that, or are you full-time trading?
I'm mostly full-time trading now,
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Did you go to like any particular like course or trading guru, mentor? Not
exactly a course, but I went through TGR's bootcamp. So I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, on YouTube. Basically, it was just the concepts, etc. And then it was just implementing other people's strategies, etc. and just repackage that into what I think would work for me and my psychology, etc.
Okay, I like that. So what is your strategy? Like how do you trade?
So basically it'll be based off of Asia high or low. So if any of those got swept on the GE or XAUSD pairs that I mainly trade, it'll be a sweep of high or low and then a fair value gap entry or order block, etc.
Okay, so ICT?
A little bit, yeah, I guess.
Okay.
You could say that. I know you're not a fan of ICT traders.
I'm not, but you know what? It's not ICT traders at all. It's just ICT
himself
as a whole. It's just, I just think it's very overcomplicated and there are a lot of different elements. But obviously for people like you who have taken like just the little bits that you need and added that to your strategy, I think that's great because I've seen obviously a lot of it does work. But yeah, like what does that entail? Because I keep hearing about these Asia sweeps and stuff and I'm just like, what? Like,
I don't know. I think it's just liquidity points basically, isn't it? Essentially, Asia high or low. It just, from what data I've collected in the past, it just works really good. At the moment, XAUSD, I don't know if you know, is at all-time highs at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit hard to trade because obviously once you surpass that all-time high of, it's a little bit hard to know where price is going to go because if you've got your
basically just looking for that drop in it.
Yeah, exactly. I know it's dropping at the moment a little bit, but
are you in any trades right now?
Not in any trades at the moment. I have been looking, but I traded this morning at stop loss, so.
Oh, okay.
I was on the train here. I was like,
oh really?
Great. I mean, good start today, that isn't it?
I mean, you know what? It was CPI today, so
it was CPI today.
You know, the markets
it was at 1:30 though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think the morning of CPI is sometimes really manipulating.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't take it too hard.
I try not to.
Was that on a funded account or challenge?
Funded.
Okay, how much have you got in funding so far?
With Equity or other firms?
Altogether?
6 figures plus.
Oh really? Yeah. Oh, I love that. How much have you got with equity?
I think I got a 50k account with Equity Edge.
Okay, cool. I like that. What do you trade? Like what pair?
XAUSD and then GBP USD.
Okay. Oh, I love your GBP USD, my baby.
Yeah, but your fibs.
Yeah,
but to be fair, I do use fib every now and again though. I do like a fib every now and again though.
And if you draw a fib where your order block is, guarantee it's a fib level.
Do you think?
1000%.
Even on gold?
Yeah. 100%. Fibs work beautifully on gold, but better on higher time frames.
Oh, like the 4 hour in one day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. So I love to analyse gold, but trading it, I just can't.
It's so volatile, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Because with GBP USD, I'll do all my analysis on the higher time frames, but then I'll go down to like the 5 and the 1 minute to get my entry.
Yeah.
I could never do that with gold.
What would your entry be?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you base? Obviously, you got the fib on the 4 hour and the 1 day. What would your entry criteria be?
General strategy for me would be higher time frame. We've got a support or resistance level.
Oh, okay, right.
I would then draw a fib on the higher time frame, see what we're looking at. Then I'd zoom into 5 and 1 minute, draw another fib off where the price has bounced from.
Yeah.
Wait for that retracement, then I would enter.
I'm with you. Makes sense.
So I just pair exactly the same thing I do on the higher time frames with the 1 and the 5 minute time frame. But with gold, you can't do that. It's just way too volatile. It will spike.
Yeah.
Every bloody direction, then go the opposite way.
Yeah, wicks everywhere.
Yeah. So how long have you actually been funded with firms?
With firms or equity edge?
Firms in general.
Firms, I say a year to year and a half.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so quite fun.
How long have you been funded with equity edge?
6 months to 9 months.
Okay, cool.
Within that area.
Has that been like consistently funded?
Consistently funded unless my psychology wants to get better than me.
Okay, I hear it. Let's talk about that. Like how obviously you're only 2.5 years in, which is, you're still very fresh.
Yeah, I'm still very
in this
fresh.
game. Yeah. How is your psychology at the moment?
I think it depends on the day, to be quite honest with you, because my psychology at the moment is then once you start racking up quite a high quite a high amount of funded accounts, you're like, oh, should I trade on this account? Should I trade on that account, etc. And then it's not necessarily the stop losses that will affect your psychology. It's more like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just based off of how I wake up in the morning, essentially, I guess, isn't it?
Okay. Do you have like a morning routine or anything that you can
I'm not
feel?
one of those people.
Oh, really?
I just wake up, do whatever I want, and then just get to trading. Yeah, I can't do. I can do routine, but I think my life works better when I just wake up, obviously get my coffee, go to the charts, etc.
Do you have like a general time that you would wake up, or are you like a late riser?
It's bad. I wake up at like 12 o'clock most days.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad. So waking up this morning to come here was absolutely dreadful for me.
So you're like more of a New York session?
I don't really trade London, to be honest with you.
Really?
No, I'm more New York open.
That's crazy.
Macro.
But do you know what though? If I can give you any personal advice from my 10-year experience, having that morning routine is life-changing.
Do you think?
1000%.
What's your morning routine?
So a general morning routine, I wake up at 5 a.m.
Oh my God.
But I have kids.
Yeah.
So if I don't wake up at 5 a.m, I'm going to wake up with the kids at like 7:30.
Yeah.
Get them ready for school, off to the school run. By the time I'm back home, it's like 9:30 and I've missed a great entry.
Yeah.
So if I wake up at 5, I'll do some journaling, I'll do some reading, meditate when I'm in like my meditating bag. Not very often. I do need to be more consistent with that. And then hop straight on the charts. And I might edit a video before the kids wake up.
Yeah.
And like I've started my day off great and I've accomplished something before my kids have even waken up. That alone has changed my entire trading game.
Really?
1000%.
Wow.
But if New York session works for you and you're profitable from New York session, then each to their own.
Definitely.
So what time do you go to sleep?
I'm more of a night owl, to be honest with you. So I'll wake up at 12, obviously do what I need to do in the morning, hop on the charts for a few hours, and then later on in the day, I'll probably work on one of my other businesses that I run at the moment and just grind that out, to be honest with you. So probably go to bed at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that. So that's probably why I wake up at 12 o'clock most days.
Well, that makes sense. So you have other businesses?
Yeah.
What does that entail?
What kind of business it is? So I run it with my two closest mates, shout out Igor and Nathan. But basically it was just a personal shopper brand and then reselling on the side to obviously fund majority of that personal shopper side of things.
Okay, that's different.
It is very, very different. It's, to be fair, we've been doing it for the best part of like 3 or 4 months now, and it's been going really well. So it's just climbing to those next figures and milestones that we've got set.
Yeah. So what does that entail? Like, does someone come to you and say like, I want this, and then like you source it?
Yeah, basically. So personal shopper, obviously, you've got to have an edge to the market. So anything that you want or any designer that you want will do heavily below retail price through the suppliers that we get. We get people buying things from Italy to bring to us, etc., and things like that.
Wow.
So, and then one of my other mates work for the actual supplier that we've worked with, so it kind of all entwines with each other. Yeah, exactly.
Sense.
It works really well.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take your number.
Berkay said the exact same thing. He's already followed the Instagram account.
Literally, yeah. Because I think, obviously, when you become like consistently profitable in trading, it's just one of the things, isn't it? Like you just want to have that.
Agreed.
You have
need that
designer.
other thing. Yeah. So your mind's not always focused on that one thing.
100%, 100%. But that is a really cool industry to be in.
It is, yeah.
But I feel like it makes a lot of sense as well to be in trading, because obviously you can meet a lot of people that are making a lot of money.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
And you can obviously transfer that into your business, because we're like, okay, we want some designer.
It all works together. It's crazy.
You can get us a deal.
Yeah, definitely. Anyone that wants it.
Yeah, because I'm sick of going to flannels and paying stupid money
prices
for clothes.
Yeah.
But I can just come to you and get it for discounted. And it's all real, authentic.
It is all real, authentic.
Wow.
Authentic. Yeah. Definitely.
Do you have like a specific setup that you trade?
What do you mean by setup? Like what criteria?
Yeah.
Within like, obviously we sweep Asia high and low.
Yeah.
And it's just price action basically, essentially.
Okay, makes sense. What is your approach to risk management?
So my approach to risk management used to be crazy. I used to be like, so back in the day, I think firms would let you risk a higher amount. But obviously now they've cracked down on the risk management. It's 1 to 2%
Okay.
a trade. Nothing like that.
So you risk 1 to 2%?
Yeah. So depending on the day and what price action they're saying, I would risk 1% if I want to stay conservative, and then 2% if I'm feeling a little bit risky.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that. What would you think was like the turning point with you for trading in terms of like being profitable?
I don't know. Just being your own boss, I guess.
I like that.
Yeah.
Do you think running the business helps with your trading?
Yes,
Like
massively.
if you had like a normal job,
What if you had
do you think you'd still be able to do what you do with trading?
Probably not now. Not to the level that I've already gained now. Probably not. I'll probably set back probably a year. I'll probably be where I am now today.
How have you found trading with Equity Edge in particular?
Actually, really good. To be fair, really, really good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Can you explain?
So obviously we had that Equity Edge had that massive migration period, didn't they? Where we had people saying, "Oh, it's a scam," etc., and things like that. But apart from that migration period, it's been really good getting payouts, etc., support, replying really quickly. I had no problems at all, to be honest with you.
Okay, I love that. I think a lot of people mention like the migration with firms, and I think it's just such a common thing now with firms.
It is, yeah, definitely.
Every single firm is going through some type of migration.
Yeah.
And obviously for a firm, it's hard because we don't want to be delaying payouts, but we have no control over the situation sometimes. So I think it's nice to hear from traders who have been with us through migration, have come out the other side and now can see like the growth that we have brought with the migration, I think. Yeah. What has your payout processes been like?
Well, I think Equity has just introduced 48-hour payouts again, haven't they? But usually it was, I say 4 to 5 days, I can get a payout within. Well, if you didn't break any rules, etc. Obviously, we've all got rejected payouts before, but it's just another ball ache in the industry, isn't it, I guess? Yeah,
it is. How many payouts have you had with us?
I've only had, I think, 3 or 4 payouts, but they're relatively big. So
I was going to say, and even like you say, 3 or 4, that is probably a lot higher than 90% of traders.
Yeah,
a lot of traders will get that one payout. Mine goes, I'm fucking bored.
I've made it, Dubai and things like that.
Exactly. And then you go on tilt and then you blow your account and it's just a spiral from there.
It is, definitely.
So no, you should be proud of yourself getting 3 or 4 payouts. I think that is great. What has been your highest payout with us?
Probably high 4 figures.
Ooh, like that.
Yeah. I trade with other firms as well, so it's,
Okay, so you can keep,
exactly.
That makes sense. Build your profits together.
Yeah.
So we're going to do some quick fire questions.
Oh, great. I did these earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So, technical or fundamentals?
Technical.
Everyone says technicals. I'm yet to see.
I don't really pay attention to fundamentals, to be fair. Apart from obviously when it's red folder.
I was going to say, being aware of them.
Yeah, being aware.
We have to be aware.
Being aware of fundamentals. NFP next week.
Yes, exactly. We had CPI today.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Do you read any trading books?
I don't read any trading books, but I do read The Secret.
Oh, I love that.
Such a good book.
That was the first book I ever read.
Yeah, it's really good.
I think, but once you read The Secret, you then need to like go up the levels.
Level up.
Secret is very B-Tech.
Is it?
Very.
What would you say the next book I should read after The Secret?
Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
Outwitting the
I've heard
Devil.
people say that before. Think
and Grow Rich is it's a lot to digest, and it's still quite B-Tech, but it's like necessary.
Yeah.
And then Outwitting the Devil, 100%.
That don't sound like a successful book.
No, it's...
Is it?
Must read. Must read. What is your most profitable pair?
XA USD.
Oh, gold.
Yeah.
London or New York session?
New York.
Because you're not awake for
No,
London.
I'm not.
Do you remember your first ever trade?
No.
Oh.
I don't remember my first ever trade.
What has been your biggest trading mistake?
Not taking psychology as serious as I should have done.
Okay.
That's my biggest mistake.
Oh, well, I like that answer.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people could relate to that as well.
I think the problem with psychology is that people pass it to the side and then just only focus on the technicals. And obviously once you've got the technicals down, you've got the psychology side to go back to, because if you're floating 4 figures in profit, are you gonna go out the trading and set stop loss to break even? Are you gonna, it's what you're gonna do. And then it just starts messing with your head.
If you could have one trader trade your account for a day, who would it be?
You.
Really? Oh, you're the second person to say me. I love that. I love that for me. What is some overrated trading advice?
I think the term "get rich quick" is too overrated.
Oh yeah, 100%.
When it comes to trading.
Oh, it's not a thing.
It's definitely not.
It's impossible.
It is definitely impossible.
Okay, last one. What indicator do you think is completely useless?
Bollinger, whatever it is.
Bollinger Bands.
Bollinger Bands.
I've never used that.
When I very first started, obviously, you know when you go through all your indicators and like, oh, put super trend on all these things. I'm like, nah, it's not it.
So, the previous guest on the podcast asked a question for the next guest, which is obviously you. So, if you weren't trading, what would you be doing and why?
Probably full-time carpentry.
Really?
Yeah, because if I didn't have trading to go into the personal, if I didn't have trading, I wouldn't have my personal shopper brand or anything like that. So I'd just keep in the mindset 9 to 5 is the way. I wouldn't have seen anything else, I don't think. To be honest with you, nothing else really interested me that much.
That is a fair point. Has carpentry interested you?
It interested me at the start because I enjoy like manual labour, building things, etc.
Okay, makes sense.
No, I'm completely away from that.
You're like, okay, we ain't doing that no more. I like that. So what would your question be for the next guest?
My question for the next guest would be, where did they see themselves in 5 years?
Oh, good question.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself in 5 years living in Dubai, making at least 100 grand a month.
0% tax.
Facts. So obviously you said that your personal shopper brand came from you being a trader. Do you think it's possible to do it the other way around, of like having a business or a full-time job and then doing trading?
Yeah, I think it's possible, but I'd say it's crucial if you want to start an actual business like that. Obviously, it's not brick and mortar, it's online. But if you want to start an actual business like the personal shopper like I have with my mates, I think it's crucial for you to have a job at the start to obviously get that income to buy stock and things like that and promote, etc.
Do you think that's the same for traders as well? Like, recommend having a job or another stream of income before doing trading?
I think so personally, because you got to fund the account somehow, aren't you? Unless you're going to go in life capital if you've got a wealthy family, etc.
Yeah, I think it's a really big psychological aspect as well. Like with trading, we're literally trading to make money, and sometimes the markets aren't going to be in our favour. Yeah. Which obviously, if we're just purely trading, if we have bills to pay. Yeah. If the markets aren't going in our favour and we're not getting payouts, then those bills aren't paid.
Exactly.
So I think when you've got another stream of income, you know your bills are covered. Yeah. Trading is a lot easier, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of ease, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Reece. And as always, guys, make sure you come back for another episode of Trader Talk.